It's been wonderful
The most pressing challenge was my doctor just told me you need to address like high glucose levels, you need to address fatty liver, and a big part of that is losing weight. So that was one side of it, and then the other side, like because the same coin, was the stress level, the anxiety, the depression, all that stuff that I was dealing with all at that same time. 8 weeks or so ago was really weighing on me. So pun intended. And so it was a big piece. So I think those were the two biggest issues that I was kind of facing at the time. I felt like I had done everything. I downloaded all the apps. I tried every meal shipment company I possibly could. I was attempting to do things, and I would get on a good kick for a while. I would be able to hold on and do something maybe consistently for about 2 weeks. And usually by that third week, I would fall off. And that could be for any number of reasons, but usually it had to do with my mental state and the challenge there. And so maybe physically I was willing to do what I needed to do, but mentally I just was not able to overcome the challenges that kept coming up. The mentality has been completely different. The time spent setting my mind in the right direction, oftentimes the night before, the time spent in the morning, not on my phone, not surfing, not distracted, and just reflecting on what's important to me, what I'm grateful for. It orients my mind, and I don't start in chaos anymore, and I don't end in chaos anymore. There's going to be chaos, there's going to be craziness, there's going to be all those things, but oftentimes the chaos would be an excuse for me to swing by the gas station and eat something because I just needed something to make me feel good for a split second. And now what makes me feel good is having a mind that's clear, and that follows with my body feeling really good. Having clarity, not being distracted, not having chaos, it eliminates all the distractions, and not all of them, but it eliminates most of the distractions, I would say, and eliminates a lot of the old tendencies I guess I had to make excuses and make poor decisions. And now it's like I don't have decision fatigue. I'm able to do something that fits into my lifestyle. So that's the other piece too. I think it's just like what I'm doing, and I was sharing with some fellow colleagues of mine this week about what I've been doing differently. And I was just telling all of them, I think in the past, it's all been almost like futile efforts, because I've tried to do something like absolutely impossible. Like cut out everything in my life, like try to create a plan that doesn't work, because I just don't have the energy or the effort, or just it would never fit in my lifestyle for a long period of time. I think what's really cool is like what I've done over the last 6 weeks. It's part of a habit. It's just part of now for me, something I'm doing pretty regularly every day. And I can see myself doing it for years and years and years, not just, I'm just going to do this thing for 30 days. Right. There's nothing wrong with like a whole 30 or something like that. But so often when I did a program like that, I was always looking forward to like day 31. And now I look forward to tomorrow, and like I look forward back into getting back into the routine that I've created. So like a day like today where I'm a little bit off and not perfect, I look forward to getting back to tomorrow. Like, okay, tonight I can put my phone outside of my room and not have it in the bedroom. And like, that's going to help me. And I'm going to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to have my meals in place. Like, I love that routine. Makes me feel better. And I can kind of get back to that really quickly. Obviously weight loss. For me, that's important, but also in visiting a doctor, I shared with you 2 weeks ago, I went to the doctor and it dropped my glucose number by like 10. And he was really, really shocked and impressed by that. I know that the other changes in me have been just a level of calm in the midst of chaos. I think I'm able to respond better to my kids, to my wife. I also have just a much lower level of stress and a much higher level of energy on a regular basis. So I think when we started, my energy it's almost like they've switched. My energy level was very low, and stress was like at a 10.
Yeah.
And now there is a lot of stress in my life, but I don't feel it physically. And even mentally, I think it doesn't shake me quite as much, or I'm able to recover a lot faster from those speed bumps in the road that inevitably are going to come up. I shared with you, like, my chiropractor today said, hey, physically, man, like, hey, man, you're looking good. And he was just kind of inspired by all the work and energy and effort I'd put in. I know that my family has definitely mentioned that I just seem more present, more there, more engaged. I think that's a huge and probably even a better thing than just the aesthetics or that kind of stuff. Like, that's great, but it's even better that my family thinks I'm a better version of myself than I was 6 weeks ago. So I'd say those are the two biggest components of the change that others have seen. I'd say one, it's not as hard as you think. It honestly is a lot more difficult and a lot harder to keep doing the stop, start thing of getting frustrated and going back. I think that's one piece. I think the other is you have no idea how good you're going to feel, even in a week or two, and you're never going to want to go back to that same feeling. And there will be moments along the way that you will make a mistake and get a taste of what it was like a couple of weeks ago. And you'll be reminded, I don't want to go down that route again. That's painful. Literally, it's painful. And so, there's really no reason not to do it. And everyone around you is going to be seeing a better person. And I think, honestly, makes me better at business, makes me better in family, makes me better in every area that I kind of apply myself to. So, don't wait and get started. It's been awesome to be able to, I know occasions I've been able to text you and say, hey, I'm going to this restaurant. Doesn't matter if you have been there or not. And to be able to go, all right, decision made. I know exactly what I'm ordering, know what I'm doing. That's great. There's been no issues, no challenges whatsoever. I don't think it matters where the person's at. And you're able to see the changes and all that stuff regardless. Food comes anywhere. I think that's been cool. Shows up, able to eat it. Doesn't matter. Great.